Hi everyone and welcome to today's session. This is going to be a cardio circuit session. So you will be familiar with these types of sessions from previous blocks, but we're going to progress the exercises on again. We're still going to keep the time intervals here to 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. The challenge here is going to be increased through the exercises and the movements. So as I've done in previous sessions, we're going to take you through the exercises and I want you to follow us as we're doing this to get a little bit of a warm-up for the circuit session. So the first exercise we're going to do is the commando push-up exercise. You will be familiar with the commando exercise and the push-up exercise from previous workouts. Now we're going to bring them both together. If you find this is a little bit too much, you can either go back to previous circuits or you can just perform either the commando exercise or the push-up exercise separately. So you're going to start in plank position. Nice strong plank position. Remind yourself there of the points on that. And raise to push-up position, one arm at a time. From there, you're going to perform a push-up and slowly back down again. Good. Okay, let's see it on the opposite arm. So you're going to lead with your right arm and then lead with your left arm, just to keep it even, and back down. And relax onto your knees. Okay, so just from that plank position, if you start with your right arm, on the next repetition, start with your left arm just to keep that movement even. Your next exercise is going to be the step up exercise. So we're familiar with this exercise from the previous strength unit. And we perform that movement on one leg repetitive for 10 reps and the opposite leg. Now we're going to alternate it. So you're going to alternate that movement right and left for 30 seconds. So again, practicing it here using a box that brings your leg to about 90 degrees or a little bit greater. You don't want a box that's too high. Good. Okay, so you're stepping up, stepping down, and alternating the leg movement. If you can bring that arm action in that Keelan has here, try that. If that's confusing you a bit, take the hands onto the hips or just here in front. Perfect, good. Driving through that heel, full foot on the box. Your next exercise is going to be your tricep dip exercise. So we're performing this on the mat for now. So just a reminder on that, your fingertips are pointing towards your toes. Keelan's going to use an advanced variation here where his legs are nice and long. If you're finding that difficult, bend your knees and bring your feet in a bit closer to you. So from here, raising the hips up off the ground, extending through the elbows, and now bending through the elbows to lower the hips to the ground and pressing back up again. And making sure you don't allow the shoulders to creep up around the ears here as you're doing this. And relax. Good. Okay, exercise number 4 is going to be a ski jump exercise. So now we're starting to load onto a single leg in a jumping action. So Keelan's going to demonstrate this here for us. You can include the arm action here as well. You're not looking for a huge jump here. You're just looking for a little bit of a heart raiser. So if you're finding that this movement is hard to control, shorten the jump a little bit and get that movement right. Good. Okay, and relax. So you're just bounding from left to right and right to left and using that leg behind to counterbalance and bringing it down onto the ground if you need to catch yourself on that balance. Okay, next exercise is going to be your plank rotation exercise. So you're going to start in a side plank position. You'll be familiar with this movement from the side plank rotation. But we're going to continue that movement over to the opposite side. So Keelan's going to demonstrate this here, taking the hand down and transitioning across, reaching up, down, placing the arm here in front, stabilizing, and across. So just take your time with this movement. Don't rush it. You will end up losing balance. Okay, that's perfect, Keelan. So nice controlled movement there. And we're going to finish up with a tuck jump exercise. So quite an explosive exercise here to finish off with. Do be careful with the landing on this exercise, making sure that you're absorbing force. So I spoke a lot about that over the last few blocks. And we do that by bending through the ankles, the knees, and the hips. So you're going to jump, tucking the knees up into the chest. So Keelan, I'll get you to demonstrate that. And land with ankle, knee, and hip soft. Good. Perfect. Okay, I'll get you to stop there, Keelan. So when you're performing that, Try not to kick the heels up behind. Try get the knees tucked up. It's called a tuck jump. So tuck the knees up into the chest. Explosive on that. Swing the arms forward and land. And then you can come to that standing position. So you can see that Keelan was doing it repetitive. That's a lot to ask for across 30 seconds. So come to a standing position, regroup, and go for it again. You want to be explosive. You want to get as much height as you can with each rep there. So let's get it started with the commando push-up exercise. We're going to go 30 seconds on here, 30 seconds off, and then move on to the next exercise. So Keelan, I'll get you into position in the plank position first. Again, all about quality of movement here. And we're starting in 3, 2, and 1. Lifting to push-up position. Reset your hands if you need to get that position right, and back down again. Switch up the leading arm on that raise to push-up position if you can. Nice strong core here. This is quite a challenging exercise, so you really don't need to go fast on this. And if you do go fast, you're just going to end up losing control of the movement. So keep it controlled. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Good control, good technique. Taking our 30-second break. On the break, catching your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth, slow it down. Next exercise is going to be the step-up exercise. So again, using some sort of platform here, make sure you're using something sturdy. 10 seconds to go. Let's get the foot up on the box to prepare for this. And just a reminder, it's going to be an alternating leg movement. 3, 2, and 1. Driving through the heel, step down and switch. Good. Your full foot needs to be planted on whatever surface you're using. Drive through the heel and use that arm action if you can. If that's confusing things, just take that arm action out. You can take the hands onto the hips or just place the hands by your side. 10 seconds to go. Coming up nice and tall with this movement as you come up. Don't let your hips fall forward. And time. Good. Okay, 30-second breather again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're going to work on the tricep dip exercise next. So get yourself down into the mat. Get yourself ready for this next one as you're catching your breath. Okay, so again, Keelan's going to use that long leg position. If you need to, take the feet in a little bit closer to you. Bend the knees. 5 seconds to go. Lift into position. 3, 2, and dip. Bend the elbows, straighten the elbows. Good. Try lift the hips a little bit as you come up. Good. And that hand position should be just below the shoulders. Good. Halfway there, 15 seconds. Eyes looking up a little bit. Yeah, so up at about a 45-degree angle. Pushing through the arms, getting those triceps working. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Good. Okay, and on to the feet. Again, catching your breath. 30 seconds to let that heart rate come down a little bit. Let's take it forward here, Keelan, for the ski jump exercise. So you're taking it from one leg onto the other. Use that back leg to counterbalance here if you need to. Just a reminder on that. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jump and catch yourself. Good. Okay, so Keelan's using quite a bit of distance here. If you feel like you can't control it with that large distance, just keep it a little bit shorter and make it a hop movement rather than a large bounding movement. Good. Trying to get the heart rate up here with this one. So nice quick movements, but controlled movements. 5 seconds, and 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, again, catching our breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to take it onto the plank rotation exercise next. So let's take it down onto the mat for now. And stay on your knees. Good. Okay, so in through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, a reminder on this. You're rotating from one side through to the other side with good control. No need to rush this. Okay, let's get into side plank position. 3, 2, and 1. So a much slower exercise here, but very challenging. So naturally the heart rate's going to come up with this one. A lot of stabilizing going on here. Good. So just letting yourself roll across, through onto the toes and through to the other side, balancing on the outside of the foot. Good. And just catch yourself at the top of the movement. Hold and transition across nice and slowly. Don't roll too quickly. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Good. Okay. And we're finishing off this first circuit with the tuck jump exercise. So a nice explosive one to raise the heart rate up. Again, watch your landing mechanics here. So let's take it out here. So just a reminder, tuck jump. You're tucking the knees up into the chest and catch yourself on the landing and reset. 3, 2, and 1. So tuck. Good. Okay, I'm going to get you to tuck the knees up into the chest a little bit more. Perfect. Good. And try get your knees up in front a little bit more here so that your heels aren't coming up behind. Knees up. That's it. Tuck them up. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Knees up. Time. Good. Excellent. Okay, so you can see there Keelan putting himself under quite a bit of pressure to get in as many jumps as possible. Try slow it down a little bit more and make that movement as explosive as possible. So what you can do there on that is tuck the knees up into the chest, land, reset, and go again. As you go along, it's going to get harder and harder to make that jump a little bit more explosive. So just take a little bit longer between the jumps. So that's our 6 exercises for the circuit. You're now going to take a 1 to 2 minute break, get some water, catch your breath, and you're going to attempt a second circuit. If you're feeling strong after that second circuit, you can then take it to a third circuit. So that's it for our circuit session today. You can take it now to a cool down stretch, and we'll see you in the next session.